get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget.
Good evening, America. Allow me first to apologize for this interruption. I do, like many of you, appreciate the comforts of the everyday routine, the security of the familiar, the tranquility of repetition. I enjoy them as much as any man, but in the spirit of commemoration, thereby those important events of the past usually associated with someone's death or the end of some awful, bloody struggle, a celebration of a nice holiday, I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat. There are, of course, those who do not wish us to speak. I suspect even now orders are being shouted into telephones, and men with guns will soon be on their way. Why? Because while the truncheon may be used in lieu of conversation, words will always retain their power. Words offer the means to meaning, and for those who will listen, the enunciation of truth. And the truth is, there is something terribly wrong with this country, isn't there? Cruelty and injustice, intolerance and oppression. And where there was once you had the freedom to object, to think, and to speak how you saw fit, you now have censors and systems of surveillance coercing your conformity and soliciting your submission. How did this happen? Who's to blame? Well, certainly there are those of us who are more responsible than others, and they will be held accountable. But again, truth be told, if you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror. I know why you did it. I know you were afraid. Who wouldn't be? War, terror, disease. They were a myriad of problems which conspired to corrupt your reason and rob you of your common sense. Fear got the best of you, and in your panic you turned to the now mighty government. The mighty government. They promised you order, they promised you peace, and all they demanded in return was your silent, obedient consent. Last night I sought out to end that silence. Last night I destroyed the Old Bailey to remind this country of what it has forgotten. More than 400 years ago, a great citizen wished to embody the 5th of November forever in our memory. His hope was to remind the world that fairness, justice, and freedom are more than words, they are perspectives. So, if you've seen nothing, if the crimes of this government remain unknown to you, then I would suggest you allow the 5th of November to pass unmarked. But, if you see what I see, if you feel as I feel, and if you would seek as I seek, then I ask you to stand beside me 1 year from tonight outside the gates of government, and together we shall give them a 5th of November that shall never, ever be forgot. Okay, so that was the speech from V for Vendetta that he did on that emergency broadcast system. And, you know, I saw somebody say something in the comments the other day, we should do something kind of funny, so there's my rendition of the speech. I thought it was kind of funny and unique myself. What we have here, though, are some words that went through in this speech, and in this, it was some of them I changed just a little bit to fit, you know, where we are instead of having it where there was. But for more than the most part, I kept it together and just read it as it was. So this was the speech from the V for Vendetta. Why don't you leave it in the comments, you know, what you guys thought of it, how it was, and what the words in the speech actually could, you know, be like in now, and, you know, how you think that the words that they're conveying inside of this speech maybe ring to today, what's going on and what you feel. So why don't you give me a comment in the bottom and we'll discuss this. Again, this was just for a funny pickup. You know, everybody was still locked down at this point. I just thought it would be a ha 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 ha. Make sure to like and subscribe. Eyes on the State. Bye.